up, everybody, and welcome to Buzzworthy TV. And I'm your girl, Lady T. And today we are talking love and hip hop New York, y'all. So let's get into it. Okay, so the episode kicks off with Rich going to a photo shoot that features Johnny Blaze. He's going there because word on the street is Johnny Blaze is getting into music and that it'll be a good look for him to represent her. Now, he's a little hesitant because they got history together. I guess they kind of dealt with each other back in the day and the shit went south and she started putting him on blast on Instagram, even went as far as like giving out his number. And according to him, she made me have to change my number. That made me lose a lot of clients, and it was just really bad for business. And I'm like, Rich, if changing your number really was bad for your business, then you didn't have much business, boo-boo. And I'm going to get to that in a minute about Rich and his delusional, and how he's delusional about his presence in the music industry. I'm going to get into that. But anyway, he's clearly delusional about that. But anyway, so he gets to the photo shoot and he meets up with Old Boy. And I'm calling him Old Boy because I forgot his name. If y'all know his name, please put it down in the comments. But anyway, Old Boy tells him like, yeah, I know you and girl had beef in the past, but I'm telling you, her voice is fire, and this would be a good look for you. And I'm just like, and this is just reminiscent of Erica Mena. I don't know what it is, but whatever. So then he agrees to do it. He talked to her for a minute. He like, hey, I hear the music now. She like, yeah. He like, well, I might be interested in helping you out, but first, we got to sit down and talk. And she agrees, so they decide they go catch up later. But like I said, like Rich, he kind of low budget when it comes to the music thing. So it's like for somebody who is, like, she was supposedly on G-Unit. Like, I didn't know who she was. I heard of the name, so I had to research her. Kind of find out she is this known stripper in Houston, Texas, that I guess had maybe a little deal with G-Unit, maybe a development deal. I don't know. But she's known for being a stripper in Houston, having a lot of drama with rappers. Like, she's been connected to Drake and a lot of other rappers, and she's nothing but a whole bunch of drama because she's certified crazy. So anyway, I'm still just trying to figure out why they introducing new people, and we midway into the season. But oh well, get it how you live. This is Mona Scott Young. We talking about shit. Throw anybody in there, pimping. Anyway, so then we move on to Diamond and Rock. Diamond has moved on, y'all. She is done with Cisco, and she has found her a new man. He's another producer. His name is Rock, and he is such a gentleman. Like, and he treats her like a lady, and she's decided that despite her fall, despite her breaking up with Cisco, she's going to stay in New York. And I'm like, bitch, go home. Why the hell are you still there? Like, you should have been left when you should even came. As my sister said in previous videos, you were not invited. You shouldn't have came. And since the shit didn't work out, what the fuck is wrong with taking your ass home? Are you that thirsty to be on television that you gotta just sit your ass up there and portray yourself out to be a bad mama? Because I think that's what it is. She's on this show because she's thirsty. She's not money thirsty. She's fame thirsty. So she don't care how it makes her look. She don't care if this makes her look like to be a bad mother. She just wants the fame. But anyway, she's talking to Rock and telling him how she just like being with him, and this is just so different from her last situation. He's like, what? With Cisco? And she's like, yeah. He was like, well, I ain't trying to I ain't trying to talk about him, but, you know, word on the street is that, you know, Cheek ain't really doing that, you know. The people that he be so-called producing ain't about that. I'm like, who are you to talk? I don't even know who you are, Rock. Like, what have you done? Like, these people on Love and Hip Hop be killing me about talking about how irrelevant somebody is. How two irrelevant people gonna talk about each other? I don't know. But anyway, so that's all that happened in that scene. And then we got Yandy. She's cooking dinner for Mad DC and Mad DC Mama because she wants to talk about how things went to the left with Mad DC and Samantha. So when they all sit down to dinner, Mad DC tells his mama, like, you know, I tried to talk to Samantha because she wants me to be, I'm sorry, y'all. She wants me to be a weekend dad, and I'm just not with that. And I don't want to go to court, but shoot, you know, I ain't with that weekend dad stuff, and I don't mind her being a part of his life, but he ain't leaving, you know, my house, you know, full time. And so she's like, well, you want me to talk to her? And he like, yeah, me and you, we can go talk to her. I'm going to set up a date and time. So anyway, then after that, we got Amina and her sister. You know, they working out, they doing their little yoga. And she tells her sister that stupid ass Peter Gunz went to Barbados while she was getting ready to, you know, while a few days before she was getting ready to give birth. And that he not only went to Barbados, but he went to Barbados with Tara and their 2 children. So the sister had me rolling. She was like, so he's been lying to you. He's still dealing with the baby mama. So what are you going to do? And she's like, I'm going to leave. So basically, Amina is almost at her wits, you know, almost at her breaking point, but not really, because we know that she still is dealing with Peter, unfortunately. But at this particular point, she's like, I'm probably going to go to Germany and not come back because I'm just sick of the lies. I'm just sick of, you know, we just going through this. So anyway, then we got Cisco and Rich. Rich has become the relationship guru. When everything is going on in people's world on this show, they automatically got to go to Rich. I don't know why. But anyway, Cisco goes to Rich and tells him that, you know, not only is Diamond pissed off, but he went to Atlanta and his baby mama pissed off at him too. And, you know, he gets into telling Rich that, you know, and she talking about she about to dick other niggas and I ain't having that shit. And Rich told him, right, like, you can't control what happens over 900 miles away. And then Cisco, how the hell you gonna get pissed off anyway? You got an LA bitch. You got a New York bitch. You got, you probably got hoes in different area codes, okay? So you can't tell her what to do because you not right. You ain't been right for a long time. So get out of here with thinking that you can control anything. She's single. She can do what she want to do. So, you know, you being very hypocritical about your baby mama wanting to move on. And yeah, if it's becomes somebody major, yeah, your kids are going to get to know that man. You should have thought about that before you could keep, you know, before you could keep your pants on. Like, really. Then we got Yandy and Tara. Now, this joke was so stupid to me, y'all. Did y'all peep out how when they first saw each other, she was like, oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you. I'm pregnant. I'm like, how long has it been since y'all seen each other? Because Yandy's stomach is big as hell. She ain't looking just thick. You know, when you first start getting pregnant, you ain't all belly yet, you just get thick. She is beyond pregnant. Like, she looking like she a good 7-8 months. So I'm like, how long has it been since y'all seen each other? But anyway, so they get to talking, and Tara tells Yandy that, you know, she met up with Amina, and that Amina was saying that, you know, she's done with Peter and that, you know, she wanted to know the extent of their relationship, you know, her and Peter's relationship. And Yandy, I'm going to need you to get it together too, because how is you going to sit up there and put your 2 cents in, talk about while she's questioning you, did she ever realize that she intruded on you and Peter and the 2 children that you guys had? I'm like, don't you dare. Don't you dare say anything. Because while Tara is your friend, you do not need to speak on that situation, because Tara did the same thing Amina did. So Amina has no right to ever talk about Amina. Ever. Okay? So all that needs to be dead. So Yandy really should have kept her mouth shut. But anyway, then we move on to Diamond and Cisco. Because now all of a sudden, Cisco want to make it work with Diamond. His baby mama tripping. What is up with these niggas on the show? When one bitch don't act right, they just run to the other bitch. like it's a game or something. I guess to them it is. But anyway, so he goes and talks to Diamond. And he like, yeah, I just wanted to apologize to you. And she's like, look, all that apology stuff, I'm not here for it, because everything you say is a lie. I just don't even understand why you even called me. Just leave me alone. And he was like, yeah. By the way, I heard that you seeing somebody. And she was like, that ain't even none of your business. He was like, I'm just saying, like, it's all right to move on, but you came supposedly to be with me, but obviously you ain't kind of be with me too tough, because you went ahead and moved on to somebody else. And while I agree that she should have took her ass home because she is a mother, you have no right to talk. Like I said, you were never faithful to her. You've never been faithful to you probably never been faithful to anybody. And you did so much dirt. You have no right to talk about her. And if she chooses to deal with somebody else, she should. Actually, she should take her ass home. But in this instance, you do not talk about her and what she will do and won't do, and who she can see and can't see. I mean, that's just dumb. Like, how are you going to sit up there and just come at her like that? Anyway, then, we got Rich and Johnny Blaze. Basically, they apologized to each other about what happened in the past. And then Johnny Blaze got the nerve to kind of low-key flirt with him. And I'm like, you are really just an industry chick, ain't you? Like, you were willing to attach yourself to anybody that can give you a come up. I mean, really, it's just sickening. Ugh. So, then we got Amina and Peter. All of a sudden, he want to focus on Amina. But not really, because guess where he was at the night before? Still spending the night at Tara's house. Now, look. This is what I don't understand. Why the fuck can't you take your ass home at night and pick up your kids in the morning? If that's your job to take them to school in the morning, why can't you go home and then in the morning pick them up and take them to school? Mona Scott Young don't have enough money in the budget to afford you an Uber taxi, a bus pass, because obviously you can't afford a car. So she can't give you, enough of your little budget for Uber taxi, like I said, bus pass, train, subway, it is that. Because it's really ridiculous. There's no reason why you need to be spending the night. Like I said, that's your job because Tara goes to work before the kids need to be to school. By all means, do that. Because you ain't doing shit else. But being a butthole. Anyway, but yeah, that's just stupid. Like, I don't understand why you gotta be there. Anyway. Did anybody ever wonder that, like, why he has to spend the night? Like, he could easily help them with their homework, cook a meal, and all that, and still take his butt home. So, anyway, he tells Amina that, he wants to have a ceremony, and he wants, her to meet the kids, and that's going to happen real soon. And she like, meeting the kids is cool, but that whole ceremony stuff, I'm not here for it because we not in a good space, and I'm not going to pretend like we are. Like I said, Amina is not stupid. I just feel like she feels like she's in a situation because she married this guy not knowing the full story, and she's married. So it's not easy to just get out of a marriage. And she does have a baby by him. But I don't think she's by any means stupid. So hopefully one day she will finally get fed up and just leave him alone altogether. But anyway, then we got Rich, Paris, and Sid. Now, he's having the girls get together because he wants to talk business. Not in the office, mind you, but at a miniature golf course. This is why I said Rich is delusional when he talks about what he does in the music industry. Because, first of all, Sid was talking about a event she wants to have, a charity event. She wants to bring awareness to suicide. And he tells her he's going to hook her up with Chrissy. Now, that's cool. But then he was talking to Paris, because Precious, it was him, Precious, Paris, and Sid. And Precious is like, look, what happened to the tracks I'm supposed to be listening to? Why we ain't been in the studio? And he like, the tracks is coming. You about to get it done. He was like, but while we talking about all that, you just did a video basically with some random, and you ain't supposed to be making moves without me. And she like, look, I gotta eat. And I agree with her. Because, Rich, you got a pattern. First of all, we see this with Olivia. We see this with Erica Mena. And now we're about to see this with Precious. You cannot get shit done. You're not the man in the music industry. I don't know what it is you really do, but none of your artists have been popping because you don't have no clout. You probably can get them maybe just a little bit of studio time, but that's it. Like, you've done nothing. You done nothing for Olivia's career, Erica Mena's, none of that. So, I don't blame her for, like, doing something else. I mean, she gotta eat. Anyway, and then, y'all, let me tell you. We get to this meeting with Mendeecees, his mama, Samantha, and her mama. First of all, excuse me, y'all. Her mama, it's funny. They get to talking about, of course, little Mendeecees, and it starts off simple. Like, Mendeecees is like, look, I don't mind you being in our son's life. I want you to be there. So, I would compromise. Why don't he go with you on the weekend? And she was like, no, because he needs to be with me during the week so I can help him with his homework and stuff like that. And he like, no, we got that. And the mama jump in. Samantha's mama's like, no, you don't have that, because when he's with us and he tries to do his homework, he stutters. And then Mendeecees' mama jumps in and was like, look, y'all, whatever's going on, at the end of the day, he's been with Mendeecees, and that's all he really knows full time. So y'all need to come together and figure something else out, because regardless of what's going on, he's living with Mendeecees. He's used to Mendeecees. And Samantha goes and tells Mendeecees' mama, like, how old are you? All of a sudden, she throw a drink at Samantha, and Samantha mama, when I tell you, that girl bogarted. I mean, that was the funniest fight ever. Like, it wasn't one to fight because, of course, the security jumped in. But that was the funniest scene ever. Like, she was like, I'ma get her. I'ma get my hit in. Like, she was, girl, y'all. Samantha mama was determined. Anyway, so after they get broke up apart, Mendeecees goes outside with Samantha and Samantha mama, and he's like, look, I want to apologize, but you asked my mama her age, and that's inappropriate. Women don't like to talk about their age. And, they all decide that, look, it might not be the best idea right now for them to talk about Lil Mendeecees. They go visit this at another time. So anyway, y'all, till next time, peace and love.